born a Jew, but the ones that are in the sky, you could look up and not even count them, that the possibility of converted Jews is endless.
Endless potential. That's a great way to put it.
Yes.
I think Rav actually would put it that way, right? You think the potential is greater than what people make it out to be, right? Don't you think?
I think that the word tikva is connected to the word mikvah. That the hope is going to come through converts. It's not a coincidence that the Jewish people during the time of the Churban of the destruction of the second temple were saved by converts also. Onkelos, Shammai of Talion, Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Akiva. Yeah, it's a great thing. Although there are statements in the Talmud, actually one major statement that considers converts sapachat, like a sore on the side of Israel. It says, well, we have to make a distinction between midrashim and what the halacha is, because if you're going to justify every midrash, this is what I would love to corner a rabbi saying, oh, like you accept every midrash, explain that one. Right? Oh, well, we don't hold like that. So you pick and choose what folklore and legend you want to run with. Okay, so let's put folklore and legend aside, right? Accept it if you want, whatever. But the Torah lays down doctrine, lays down how we treat each other and how to please God. Being that God is telling the Israelites, choose Torah, it seems like God is eager for people to follow his philosophy, his belief system. Because the Israelites on Mount Sinai also had the status of Gentiles. There was no difference.
When I converted, my rabbi, I converted in Portland, Oregon. I now live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. When I converted, I had the rabbi said that this was some sage or rabbi or something, someone of the past said that this era was going to be a huge era for converts.
I don't know who said it, but
no, I don't.
Now, I don't make a distinction between a convert and a born Jew. I'm not for people over embellishing the idea of a convert. I just think that we should be treated the same.
They say we're greater than the Kohen Gadol who's born a Jew.
That's what they say. And whenever you over embellish anything, you also build resentment elsewhere. And then when people they have their rabbis tell them that converts are the cream of the crop, and then when they finally meet a convert, they'll be like, "Well, you're not so special. You're probably not a real convert." Right, and then that's when they ask you who converted you. First of all, you convert yourself. The court
no one converts anyone. That's true.
Right, the court is just there to witness it happen. I mean, no one is making you Jewish. You're making yourself Jewish. The Beit Din is just there to witness, just like there's a Beit Din during like a bris milah, for like a baby. There's witnesses. There's people seeing it happen. That doesn't mean that there's judgment involved.
Well, I got a question for you, Rabbi, because
Sure.
I watched this evening, as a matter of fact, the conversion little video that you have on your Facebook, and I watched a family convert, and they did the mikvah out in the ocean, or it looked like a bay down there in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that you do halakha conversions. Of course, you always give the addendum that it may not be recognized in Israel, and I don't believe mine is either. I was converted through a Jewish renewal, which is an offshoot of the Rabbi Sneerson.
No, it's
Rabbi Sneerson's group
from Boulder, Colorado. Rabbi Shlomo.
Yeah, well,
Zalman, Shlomi, something
Schlechter. Yeah, that's
Schlechter,
he was like our chief rabbi, but he came out of
right. So he was Lubavitch, but he was excommunicated.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure why.
Because he became more open-minded. I mean, Chabad has excommunicated 3 people so far. Him, Shmuley Boteach, and
really?
The third one, yeah. Not officially. It's because they were shluchim. They were emissaries of the Rebbe that he placed them there, and then they lost their apostleship. I'm trying to think who the third person is. Shmuley Boteach, Shlomo Zalman Schechter, and Karbach. Shlomo Karbach, right?
Shlomo Karbach.
What about the Malachim?
Oh,
we have. Could you say that one more time? You're really low. Is that Caleb? Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah. I was just wanting to add there was another group that they split because they didn't believe in the Rebbe's, I
Right.
guess, authority. So I think they call them the Malachim. Anyway,
Right.
they're real close with
The Chabadniks that don't,
other-
they're not messianics. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, what they're called the Hasidei Malachim. They're ultra orthodox. I mean, they're more like Satmar than anything. I think they're in Williamsburg. They have their own Rebbe, I believe. I know there's a family down here in Florida, the Weberman family, that's very much tied into it. But they're out of Williamsburg, and I think that there's two groups. There's a Rabbi Deutsch also that came out of Chabad that didn't think that the last Rebbe should be the last Rebbe, and he tried to continue it. But I don't think that Hasidei Malachim were them. But regardless, they're very ultra-Orthodox Jews. Their conversions are actually kind of weird. They hold like the Ramah that when someone converts, they have to shave all the hair off their body. So I had a friend who converted to them. He had to shave his eyebrows and everything. Kind of weird.
Where did they get that from?
It's in the Ramah. So the Ramah is a commentator to the Shulchan Aruch.
You really have to kind of, I don't want to use the word dumb it down, but I don't have a lot of that Hebrew vocabulary like you do.
Oh, well, he's a commentator, a European commentator to Shulchan Aruch. So, like, Shulchan Aruch is the most famous compilation of Jewish law. So he inputted all the Ashkenazi customs in a book called the Mapah. So in that book, he mentions that there's a custom that a convert must shave all his hair off. I'm not sure where he gets it from. Right? There's a lot of things that appear in there that aren't traceable to the Mishnah.
So that gets me back to the question about your conversions in the ocean or bay, wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think
my conversion, I had to take off all of my clothes, all of my jewelry, and I guess it came from somewhere in the written oral Torah to do that. But your people had their clothes on.
Right.
So where do these differences come from? And yet you're going to all call it oral Torah.
Mm-hmm. So I got it in the Rambam in Hilchot Mikvot, the 4th chapter, I believe, that he says that if you go to the mikveh with loose clothing, it counts.
Okay.
Now,
I didn't do that condemningly when I was
that's
watching
fine.
it. I didn't know that there was any other variation.
Right. So,
And I know when I'm studying Daf Yomi every day, there was already a discussion about mikvahs and all different kind of, I don't even know what you call them, procedures with mikvahs. And I just was wondering where you got it from.
yeah. So it appears in the Rambam. I typically confidently say that what appears in the Rambam is in the Talmud. I haven't linked this one exactly, but it appears because of halakha. And it's understood like this. Now, in conversions that we do in a mikvah, it's not an issue because there aren't waves, and the understanding is that the woman gets in the water up to her neck and the rabbis stay outside. And in most cases, they'll have a mikvah lady making sure that she goes down completely. But when there's waves and stuff like that, it's risky that people end up seeing too much. So it's better that they go in with a loose robe or shirt or something.